So in my last video, I had someone ask me a question, and the question was, would I ever do a stick and poke tattoo on myself? And this was my answer. Call Me Pave asked, have you ever heard of stick and poke at home tattoos? Would I ever try it? Heck no, I am not trying to get infected with trying to tattoo myself. I'll go to a professional if I want a tattoo. Obviously, I'm not sticking to that. I've done a lot of research on stick and poke tattoos. I've watched tons of videos. I've researched it online a lot, and I've decided I'm gonna do it myself. Instead of going to professional and paying $30 to $40 on a tiny tattoo, I'm gonna do it myself at home. I'm gonna go ahead and do a huge disclaimer that I have not done as well in my other piercing videos that I should have done, but you should not do this at home. You should go to professional and do it because there are so many things that can happen to you at home. So many things. So I'm just giving you a disclaimer. I'm not responsible if you try to do this at home and you ruin your tattoo, you butcher it, and everything like that. I'm not responsible. Anybody who's subscribed to me knows that I do like to do stuff at home myself. I've done all my piercings myself, I've stretched my ears myself and everything, and I've been completely fine. All of my piercings have healed perfectly. So I'm going to take very sanitary cautions when I'm going to be doing this tattoo. Like I said, don't do it at home. Go to professional if you don't know what you're doing. So first I'm going to show you what I bought to do this, at least the needles and the ink. So of course I bought some tattoo needles. A lot of people who do it at home, they take a sewing needle and they put it at the end of a pencil and they start stabbing themselves with a sewing needle. If you're going to try to be as professional as possible, you're going to need tattoo needles. I will put the link for these down below, but these are the tattoo needles I'm using. They are just normal tattoo needles, but here is what, I don't know if you can read that right there, but that's the one I picked. There was like a bunch of different ones to pick from, but I picked the 1201 RL. So it came with 3 packs, so it came with 15 of them for like $2, guys. So instead of using a sewing needle at home, which is very unsanitary, use some needles that are already sterilized for only $2 on Amazon. I will seriously put the link down below. Go buy them. And now for the ink that I'm using. So you're not going to need that much ink for a stick and poke. This is a pretty decent sized bottle. I believe this is a 1 ounce bottle of ink, and this is gonna be completely fine. So I got this on eBay as well for $4, and this is it's Black Buddha ink, and it's in the color Ultra Black. So I don't know if I'm turning this the right way, but as you can see, there's like the different colors of black that they have. But I got the Ultra Black because, I don't know, I wanted it to be as dark as possible. So I got this on eBay, but you can get it at www.blackbuddha.com, which I will put the link for this down below as well. And it also came with a lid that you can squirt the ink out of into a cap. So those are the 2 main things that I'm going to be using. Now let's go ahead and get started. Of course, the needles, paper towels, something to hold your ink in. This is an old Dr. Pepper cap that I soaked in rubbing alcohol. You're going to need gloves. I'm doing this hand, so I only have 1 glove for my other hand. Then the lid, of course. A pin to draw on your design. Some antibiotic ointment. Some cotton balls. Some band-aids. And of course, some rubbing alcohol. The first thing you're going to want to do is wash your hands with soap and water. And then you're going to want to put your gloves on, but I'm only putting my glove on this hand, because I'm doing my first design on this finger right here. I'm not trying to like flick you guys off. I'm just like, I'm putting it right here. And then dry your hands with a clean paper towel. Do not use a used towel or anything. So I have my paper towel ready right here. It has a tiny bit of soap and water, which I'm gonna use to wipe the ink off. So I'm gonna set that over here. But now I'm going to take my rubbing alcohol and my cotton ball, and I'm going to clean off the area that I'm going to put it on. This can't be the end. I'm sorry guys, I took the glove off because I'm working on myself, but if you're working on another person, always wear gloves, but it just gets in my way and I really can't get it as perfect as I want it to be because the glove is in my way. So yeah, if there's any comments about that, then whatever. But I'm not going to use the glove. But now I'm going to take my pen and I'm just going to draw my design. It's pretty basic and everything, but it actually means a lot to me, so this is going to be my first one just on here on my finger, so if it's butched I can just, you know, it's not too noticeable. And hand tattoos normally fade pretty fast. But the other thing I want to do it on my foot, and I might do it in this video, I'm not sure. But let's go ahead and get started. So I'm going to take the ink and I'm just going to pour a tiny little bit into my cap right here. I need you so bad. So I poured like a tiny bit, like just that much, as you can see. So now I'm going to just open the needle. As you can see, this needle is like super sharp. So basically all I'm gonna do is, hopefully you can see, I'm just going to dip it into the ink, and then you're just going to stick it in your skin just till you hear like the first layer pop, and then you're going to just wipe it. An update. I've gone over it like I don't know how many times, honestly, a lot, but it's just bleeding a little bit like in the middle where the two like sides meet. It's just been bleeding like a little tiny bit, I guess from pushing too hard maybe, but that's what it looks like so far. It's a little red, but I'm going to keep going over it and darkening it a little bit and see how it goes. If it starts like bleeding a lot, then I'm definitely going to stop. So now I've gone over it a couple more times and I think it looks really good. I'm gonna keep going over it though. I think my fingers like become numb, so it doesn't really hurt that much anymore. I think that's pretty normal though. So I'm gonna go over it a little bit more, make it a lot darker. I think for this video, this is the only one I'm going to do, considering this needle is really small. I'm gonna have to buy a thicker needle if I want to do the one on my foot, because the one on my foot I want to do a quote. So let's keep making this. It's pretty dark right now. I think it looks really good. I'm actually really happy with how it looks right now. But I wanted to show and tell you guys, if God forbid you're actually following this video, when you're doing it, make sure to do it at an angle when you do it, because I noticed when I was doing it like this, it was not working at all. So I started doing it at a little bit of an angle like this, and it started working perfectly. And obviously you can see that it looks really good and it's getting really dark. I'm gonna go over it maybe like 4 or 5 more times, and I think that'll be it for this. So let's go ahead and keep going. Here is the final product right now. I don't know if it's like focusing or not, but this is the final product. And probably when it heals again, I'll go over it to make it a little bit darker, but for right now, I think it needs a break. So I got my Band-Aid. I'm gonna put some Neosporin on it. So now for the cleaning aspect of everything, don't soak your tattoo in water, hot water. Don't go swimming, don't go to the beach. It's just like a normal tattoo. So if you're doing this and you don't know how to take care of a tattoo, then Google it. It's absolutely everywhere of how to take care of one. Don't keep a Band-Aid on it like forever. I'm gonna just keep it on maybe overnight and then take it off and let it breathe, because I don't want any bacteria being trapped inside this Band-Aid. And if I do put another one on, then I'm going to, you know, put a new one on, not keep this old one. Like I said, guys, I'm not a professional. I barely knew what I was doing, but it came out really, really good. I am going to do more into the future. I'm going to buy some bigger needles. You guys have any recommendations on like what size I should get to maybe do a quote, because I want to put a quote on my foot, but I don't want to go too professional to get it done because it is a small quote. So if you guys have any needle size recommendations, then please comment down below. Please do not leave any hate, guys. This is just a video to show you guys how I tattooed myself at home. If you guys have any tips for me for my future ones, then you can also comment down below. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time. Bye!